The arrival and initial expectations. In a distant galaxy, the alien queen ruled over her planet with a blend of stern authority and maternal warmth. Her kingdom was characterized by a strict hierarchy and an unwavering focus on strength and resilience. The queen believed in the necessity of alliances to ensure the survival of her species, and Earth had recently piqued her interest. She had heard tales of humanity's fierce determination, creativity, and the potential for cooperation despite their tumultuous history. Thus, she devised a bold plan to send her daughter, Princess Lyra, to Earth to experience human life firsthand. The queen believed that navigating the challenges of the human experience would strengthen Lyra and prepare her for future leadership. Lyra, a young alien princess, had spent her entire life within the confines of her mother's palace, surrounded by opulence, yet shielded from the realities of other worlds. Her education had focused on intergalactic diplomacy and the importance of maintaining power, but it had left her with little understanding of human culture. As her mother spoke of Earth, she painted a picture filled with hardship, an unpredictable environment where survival often came at a great cost. Lyra had grown up with the expectation that humans were inherently flawed, marked by chaos and weakness. This perspective set her mind racing with trepidation about what awaited her. The journey to Earth began with the dazzling spectacle of interstellar travel. As Lyra's ship hurtled through the cosmos, she gazed out at the swirling colors of nebulae and distant stars, her heart pounding with a mix of excitement and anxiety. But as her ship descended through Earth's atmosphere, the vibrant landscapes came into view, a stark contrast to the sterile beauty of her own world. Lyra marveled at the vast expanses of green forests, sprawling cities, and the blue shimmer of oceans, yet her mind remained clouded with apprehension. She recalled her mother's warnings of humanity's volatile nature and the struggles they faced. What if I am unprepared? She pondered, questioning her ability to thrive among these beings she had been taught to regard with skepticism. Upon landing at a bustling training camp, Lyra was immediately swept up in a whirlwind of activity. The camp was alive with the sounds of laughter, shouting, and the rhythmic thud of sports being played. As she stepped out of her ship, she was met by a group of human teens, their faces lit with excitement and curiosity. They were nothing like the formidable warriors she had envisioned. Instead, they radiated energy and enthusiasm. Lyra felt a wave of confusion as she observed their camaraderie, the ease with which they interacted, and the joy that seemed to permeate the air. The contrast between her alien upbringing and the human exuberance was stark. Where she expected tension and rivalry, she found laughter and friendship. Overwhelmed by the sheer chaos of the camp, Lyra felt a mix of intrigue and uncertainty. Could these humans really be so different from what she had been led to believe? As she took her first hesitant steps into this new world, she could not shake the feeling that perhaps, just perhaps, her mother's views were not the whole story. The vibrant experiences ahead promised lessons she had yet to imagine, and despite her reservations, Lyra felt a flicker of excitement igniting within her. Immersion in human culture. As Lyra settled into her new environment, the camp buzzed with various activities designed to foster teamwork and creativity. Each day was a whirlwind of engagement, from spirited team sports to arts and crafts sessions. Eager to prove herself, Lyra threw herself into everything, but it quickly became apparent that human customs were vastly different from her own. In soccer, she struggled to coordinate her movements, the rhythm of the game eluding her as she stumbled over her own feet. The human teens cheered each other on, their laughter ringing in her ears, but Lyra felt clumsy and out of place. During arts and crafts, she initially faced challenges with the materials, unsure of how to manipulate them. While the other campers effortlessly transformed simple items into intricate works of art, Lyra found herself bewildered by glue and scissors. Yet, as she observed her peers, her initial discomfort began to evolve into curiosity. She watched how creativity flowed through the group, igniting sparks of inspiration that encouraged her to try again. Slowly, she grasped the techniques, allowing her artistic side to emerge. The messy joy of crafting, once intimidating, became a liberating experience, and she reveled in the freedom to express herself. In the kitchen, Cooking became a thrilling adventure. The teens divided into teams to create meals, and Lyra, with her alien palate, was initially at a loss with the unfamiliar ingredients and flavors. However, as they chopped vegetables and shared stories, she began to appreciate the cultural significance of food in human society. How meals were often a bonding experience. The chaotic kitchen environment turned into a stage of laughter and camaraderie, and Lyra found herself swept up in the infectious energy. Among the campers, a few key figures began to emerge. First, there was Alex, a supportive mentor figure who noticed Lyra's struggles and offered encouragement. He guided her through the physical challenges of sports, patiently explaining the rules and strategies. His belief in her potential fueled her determination to improve. Then there was Jenna, a competitive peer who initially saw Lyra as a rival. Their relationship was marked by playful banter and challenges that pushed both of them to excel. Lastly, Mia, a nurturing friend, became Lyra's confidant. She introduced Lyra to human customs, shared personal stories, and encouraged her to embrace her uniqueness. One memorable night, the campers gathered around a crackling campfire. As they shared stories, Lyra felt a wave of warmth envelop her. Each tale unveiled the campers' vulnerabilities, their dreams, and fears, creating an intimate atmosphere of trust. When it was her turn, Lyra hesitated, unsure of how to express her experiences. But as she looked into the faces of her friends, she drew strength from their support and shared her own story. Her struggles as an alien princess, the weight of expectations, and her journey to Earth. In that moment, the barriers that had initially separated them dissolved, replaced by mutual understanding and empathy. Through these experiences, Lyra began to comprehend the complexities of human emotions. She learned that friendship was not just about shared interests, but also about vulnerability, empathy, and support. Each interaction deepened her understanding of what it meant to connect with others. No longer seeing humans as chaotic and flawed, she recognized their strength in embracing differences and overcoming challenges together. With every laugh, struggle, and shared meal, Lyra felt the threads of friendship weaving her closer to her new companions, reshaping her initial perceptions of humanity into a vibrant tapestry of connection and resilience. Trials and triumphs. As the camp progressed, excitement buzzed through the air with the announcement of an upcoming competition against a rival camp. The stakes were high, and the pressure weighed heavily on everyone. Each team would compete in various challenges: obstacle courses, relay races, and team sports, designed to test not only physical abilities but also teamwork and strategic thinking. Lyra could feel the tension rising as her team prepared. The prospect of losing loomed over them like a dark cloud, amplifying insecurities and fears among her new friends. In the days leading up to the competition, Lyra noticed the anxiety creeping into her teammates' conversations. Alex, usually upbeat, started doubting his abilities, worried about letting the team down. Jenna, typically fierce and competitive, grew silent, her confidence shaken. Even Mia, who had always been a source of encouragement, began to express her fears about competing. Lyra felt the weight of their struggles, and for the first time, she too grappled with uncertainty. The teachings of her mother echoed in her mind. Strength comes from dominance and control, but the human perspective she had been embracing urged her to think differently. How could she balance her upbringing with the lessons she was learning about collaboration and support? Amidst the rising stress, Lyra found herself at a crossroads. She could either retreat into her alien instincts of competition and self-preservation, or embrace the human ideals of teamwork and empathy. In a moment of clarity, she chose the latter. Lyra began to step up, organizing practices, encouraging her teammates, and fostering a sense of unity. She introduced strategies that incorporated her unique perspective as an alien, thinking outside the box and promoting unconventional solutions. By blending her insights with the strengths of her friends, she was able to ignite a spark of hope within the group. The day of the competition arrived, and nerves buzzed like electricity among the campers. Lyra stood before her friends, looking into their anxious faces. "We are more than just individuals," she declared. "Together, We can achieve greatness. Let's support each other, trust each other, and give it our all. Her words resonated deeply, reminding everyone of the bonds they had formed. They took a collective breath, and together, they entered the arena. The competition was fierce. As challenges unfolded, Lyra's team faced numerous obstacles. During a particularly grueling relay race, Jenna stumbled and fell, visibly shaken. Lyra, recalling the moments they had shared, rushed to her side, offering a hand and words of encouragement. "You can do this, Jenna. We believe in you." Together, they rallied, pushing through fatigue and self-doubt. With each event, they celebrated victories and learned from losses, their spirits intertwined in a tapestry of resilience. The climactic moment arrived during the final challenge, an intense obstacle course that required both strength and strategy. The air was thick with tension as Lyra led her team, navigating the course with newfound confidence. As they neared the finish line, the opposing team made a final push, threatening to claim victory. But in a moment of sacrifice, Lyra spotted Alex struggling to scale a wall. Without hesitation, she shouted encouragement, and in turn, her teammates rallied behind her, pushing through their exhaustion to help Alex. They worked together, pulling each other up and over the final hurdles. As they crossed the finish line, breathless and exhilarated, the realization of their triumph washed over them. They had not just won the competition. They had forged an unbreakable bond through their trials. The exhilaration of victory was sweetened by the knowledge that they had come together as a cohesive unit, overcoming their differences and insecurities. Lyra felt a profound sense of accomplishment, not just for herself, but for the entire team. In that moment, she understood that true strength lay not in dominance, but in unity, compassion, and the shared journey of friendships, understanding, and return home. As Lyra prepared for her departure, she took a moment to reflect on her time on Earth. The memories flooded back. The laughter shared around the campfire, the thrill of victory during the competition, and the countless moments of vulnerability and growth alongside her friends. Each experience had woven a rich tapestry of human life that she had never fully understood until now. The warmth of connection, the power of shared challenges, and the beauty of diversity had reshaped her worldview. She realized that hardship was not merely a burden to bear, but a crucible for growth. Where she had once seen struggle as a mark of weakness, she now recognized it as an opportunity to learn, adapt, and connect. The challenges she faced had not only tested her limits, but had also taught her invaluable lessons about resilience, empathy, and the strength found in community. The friendships she had formed were a testament to the power of human connection, proving that vulnerability could lead to the deepest bonds. Before she left, Lyra sought out a quiet moment to communicate with her mother. She stood outside, gazing at the stars that had once felt so distant, but now seemed intimately familiar. As the holographic connection to the Queen flickered to life, Lyra's heart raced. "Mother," she began, her voice filled with emotion, "I have seen and learned so much on Earth." The Queen's face reflected both curiosity and concern as she listened intently. Lyra recounted her experiences, how she had navigated the complexities of human emotions, forged friendships, and witnessed the strength in unity. "Humans are not weak, as you once taught me," she explained, her voice steady. "They are incredibly resilient, and their capacity for compassion is a force that binds them together. I have come to see hardship as a pathway to deeper understanding and connection." The Queen's eyes softened as she absorbed her daughter's words. "I see now, Lyra," she replied thoughtfully. "Your experiences have opened my eyes as well. Perhaps there is more to humanity than I have acknowledged." This moment of shared understanding marked a pivotal shift for both mother and daughter, as the Queen began to appreciate the richness of human culture through Lyra's perspective. As Lyra prepared to leave Earth, she felt a bittersweet mix of emotions. The memories she carried with her were imbued with laughter, lessons, and the warmth of friendship that transcended their differences. She turned to her friends, who had gathered to say their goodbyes, each face reflecting,